Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Morning.
Good
Ratul.
morning, Jayant. How are you?
Sir, I'm fine. Thank you, sir.
Okay, good. Nice to see you. And you're properly attired, and there's a beautiful backdrop in that wall. What is that motif?
Sir, actually, this is the room of my sister. So
Okay,
she like trees and nature. So that's why
very
she
nice. Very
decided.
nice to very nice to see that, because you're speaking to us from Bikaner,
Yes, sir.
a person who is sitting in the middle of the Thar Desert. You're surrounded by Thar Desert all around. And
Yes.
I find a tree full of leaves. It's a very, very interesting this thing. Tell me something about the Thar Desert. Its ecology, its flora, its fauna.
So Thar Desert is the larger desert of our country, and it spans. It covers all the western part of the Rajasthan. And sir, regarding its ecology, especially the temperature here hovers around 50 degrees Celsius in the summers, and also the climate is generally arid and semi-arid, sir. Secondly, sir, talking about animals, there are various animals like Great Indian Bustard. It is their habitat in the Thar Desert. And so trees like Khejdi, Kher Sangri, they are the prominent trees which are there in the desert. So these are the sir, famous or few things about Thar Desert.
Tell me something about Bikaner, other than the eats which we are very fond of from Bikaner.
So
Bikaner
Bikaner was,
Bhujia.
yes, sir. So Bikaner was the erstwhile princely state at that time during the time of colonial rule. And sir, it is the fourth largest district as per population and second largest as per area wise in the Rajasthan. Sir, it is also famous for its fort, that is Junagadh Fort. It is one of the fewest forts in the world that is built on land. And sir, there are also famous very Havelis. Their architecture is quite a sight to see, sir. Thirdly, sir, the International Camel Festival, it is also very famous among the tourists all over the world, sir. And sir, there is a temple of Karni Mata, which is famous as the Rat Temple also across the world. So, sir, these are some few things about Bikaner.
Okay. You were involved with organizing a college festival, Apogee.
Yes, sir.
What is that about, Apogee?
Sir, it is a annual technical fest that is organized by BITS Pilani. And sir, over 2,000 participants from all over the country, they participate in it. I was the joint coordinator of Hindi Press Club in the college, and my primary task was to ensure that we publish all the information regarding the technical fest properly on the newspapers.
Okay. Now, you're fond of watching documentaries on World War II.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me some battles which remained in your memory for a long time? Some of those famous battles. Can you name them?
Yes, sir. Sir, there are quite a few, sir. Sir, the first one would be, sir, the Battle of Stalingrad between Nazi Germany and USSR in 1943 and 44. Then, sir, the Normandy landings, they were also quite famous in 1944. The famous Battle of Britain in 1940s, the fight between the Royal Air Force of Britain and the German Air Force, that was Luftwaffe. And sir, also one of the battles was the Battle of Kursk. It is the largest tank battle in the history of mankind, sir. So,
Any battles in and around our subcontinent during that time?
yes, sir. So the Battle of Impal and the Battle of Kohima, they were also the deciding factors, sir, on deciding the future course of war when the British Indian Army, they defeated the then Japanese Army and the Indian National Army, sir. So they also decided the course of war as well.
Have you visited any of the Second World War war memorials in our country?
No, sir, I have not visited, and also, sir, I searched about it, and sir, I found that there are quite a few, and there are very less memorials, especially in our country. I googled across the internet, I found that there are various war memorials across Europe, but in India there are very few, sir.
And you're fond of traveling. Which is the travel destination you went into recently?
Sir, recently due to COVID, sir, I was not able to travel that much.
Before COVID, BC,
Sir,
before
sir,
COVID.
yes, sir. It was, sir, the Spiti region of Lahaul and Spiti district, sir, in Himachal Pradesh.
Okay.
So that was the recent one, sir.
What was so exciting there in Lahaul and Spiti?
Sir, firstly, sir, I would say the nature, sir, it is quite diverse, sir, because, sir, it is a cold desert, and the average elevation was around 3,500 meters above sea level. And, sir, it has also world's highest post office in the world. So that was quite exciting. I posted a letter from there to my home, to my parents. Secondly, sir, it has also one of the highest villages that is connected with the motorable road, that is Comic Village. So these were quite, and sir, the people, especially the culture, was, sir, quite very good and overwhelming, sir. For
How do they sustain at that height and at that inhospitable weather?
sir, the economy majorly revolves around, sir, the uh, domestication of animals. Like yak is also very prominent. They make use of yak cheese, yak milk. It becomes very important for them. So there are also various areas in the Spiti Valley where in the time of summer they can harvest various crops. So that is the second region. And sir, largely they also depend on the imports from the Manali and the Shimla region during the summers, because earlier, sir, they were disconnected from the rest of the Himachal Pradesh for 6 months in winters. But now with coming up of the Atal Tunnel, the future is quite, sir, I would say, hopeful and very good.
Okay, thank you, Jayant.
Thank you.
Sridhar sir, you
Yeah.
may take about 8 minutes.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, Jayant,
Yes, sir.
you are from Rajasthan.
Yes, sir.
Rajasthan is known for its entrepreneurial ability among some of the communities.
Yes, sir.
Can you name some of them?
Sir, the first one would be, sir, the Birlas from Pilani. Second, sir, the Goenkas are also famous. They are from Pilani itself. Sir, thirdly, sir, Lakshmi Mittal. He is a steel. He owns the steel industry in Britain. Fourthly, sir, the Piramal Industries. They are very good in pharma industries. They are also from the Rajasthan area. And sir, fifthly, sir, the famous D-Mart by Mr. Damani. He is from Bikaner. So these are some of the names.
Is there any particular region which produces these families?
Yes, sir, the Marwad region, sir, and the people are called Marwadis.
In fact, that's what I expected you to answer. Okay, good. That's fine. That's quite good. But do you think this is all native and inborn, or can it be cultivated, the skill of entrepreneurship?
Sir, I believe that it can be easily cultivated. Sir, it is due to the environment that a person get in these families. I have various Marwadi friends as well, and they often tells me that there is a sense of risk taking that is inculcated in them from the beginning itself. So it generally develops in them, and sir, I totally believe that it can be cultivated if a person is groomed with the proper learnings.
Achha. So the risk-taking ability, does it occur in people who are in deprived, disadvantaged places, or does it happen in affluent regions?
So I would say it happens in both, but it is more in the places that are disadvantages, because it becomes more defining in themselves. So the prior example would be Israel. So they are just a small country surrounded by such hostile environment, and it becomes very inherent from them to innovate. So the Iron Dome is such innovation, sir, that arises out from these disadvantages.
What is the native name for innovation in India?
Yes, sir.
There's a particular name in Hindi.
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall it.
Sridhar, I hope you're not talking about Jugaad.
Jugaad.
Okay, sir. Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, Indians are famous for that.
Jugaad.
Anyway, that's good. Okay. I find you have also been a good tennis player.
Yes, sir.
You played for the state, is it?
Yes, sir.
When was that?
Sir, it was in my 10th class.
Oh, great. And you didn't continue beyond that?
No, sir. Then, sir, the studies came, sir, especially of 11th class.
Okay. Okay. So you also been group captain and team leader of various activities. gaming events, this, that, so you've had quite a number of leadership positions.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any particular challenging event or activity which you initiated and which came out successful?
Yes, sir. Sir, we conducted a drive, sir, when I was part of the NGO called Nirman. We conducted a drive in a village called Bas that was around 2 kilometers from Pilani. And we conducted a survey generally with the women who were using sanitary pads. And so we found that majority of them were not using that. So there was a self-help group earlier, and we trained these ladies. And so it was, we had very promising results with the fact that many ladies now started wearing these sanitary pads. And it was a very big issue, which came to our forelight, sir, when we conducted that camp. So that was, sir, very successful, but also due to various societal factors as well. It was challenging at the first place.
Very good. Good. So I'm sure you have heard of the term Bimaru states.
Yes, sir.
Can you elaborate on that?
Sir, it is an acronym, sir, that is often used. So B is for Bihar and M is for Madhya Pradesh. So it goes on like this. So there are various states that has been used for this, for their poor socioeconomic indicators. And sir, it is properly used for that. So there are various indicators like infant mortality rate, the nutritional rates like child stunting and child wasting. And in that connotation, sir, this acronym is used.
Where does Rajasthan stand in the hierarchy of development in India?
Sir, as per the Human Development Index, we are not performing that well. Our rank is 29. Sir, but I believe that in the last 10 to 15 years, we have achieved significant progresses. So especially in the infant mortality rate and the maternal mortality rate. Also, sir, the institutional delivery has gone up rapidly, sir. Sir, I believe that the significant improvements have been done, but sir, we have still various issues, and we have a long way to go, sir, I believe.
But it's improving according to you.
Sir, there are various schemes that have initiated both by the state and the central government that has been the primary reason. So, sir, for example, the National Nutrition Mission, the midday meal scheme, and some of the schemes like there are special schemes of state government like Rajyashri schemes, where they provide financial incentive for girl education. And some various nudge campaigns like Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. These have been helpful in improving the awareness level, sir. And sir, as education and health indicators increases, it ultimately have a result in the societal improvement as well. So these are the main reasons, sir.
Rajasthan, as you know, has a great potential for tourism.
Yes, sir.
Is it doing well now? Of course, leave out the COVID season, but normally.
So normally, sir, if we see the tourist arrivals and the economy that is growing around it, it has steadily improved. However, sir, there is a lot of potential that can be, sir, still explored. So there are various areas that are in southeastern Rajasthan, the areas inhabited by Bhil tribe, and people generally don't know about them. And I believe that that can be utilized as a good tourist potential site. Similarly, sir, in Bikaner also, there is a lot of potential for desert adventure sports that can also be utilized as properly as well. And sir, still there are a lot of heritage sites that are not in a good condition. So a lot of amount and funds can be given in order to ensure that they can be well renewed.
Okay. Apart from the Government of India schemes like Make in India, Atmanirbhar, Skill India and all that, is there any particular state government scheme which is doing very well?
Sir, there was a iStart scheme that was to give the incubation facilities to the startups of Rajasthan.
Okay.
That has a quite very positive response. We also had a very mega fair in which the startups from all over the Rajasthan, they participated, and there were also industry players as well. And the government also decided to give them a trip to Silicon Valley. So 10 startups were shortlisted, and they were given a tour to Silicon Valley. So that received a very quite positive response, sir.
Okay.
How's the renewable energy thrust doing in Rajasthan?
Sir, I would say that it is doing, sir, very good. Especially the current contribution of renewable energy in Rajasthan's energy mix is around 30%. And it is well within the target of 40% that has been set by the government. Sir, especially the scheme like Kusum scheme that has been, I would say, a revolution, especially in the solar energy. And now various farmers whose lands are lying barren, they are, have started now investing and giving them lease to various companies that are investing in solar energy. So and sir, also in my locality as well, sir, various people have come up with the rooftop solar plants as well. And sir, we are also in the process of employing that as well. So sir, I believe that it has a very good response.
What about wind energy? Is there scope for it?
Yes, sir. In the sir Western Rajasthan in Jaisalmer, sir, they have a very big plant, sir, especially with the wind energy. And sir, there is a lot of scope of that as well. So I believe that sir, both the energies sir have a very good future, especially as far as renewable energy is concerned.
Is the power cut situation under control in Rajasthan, or how is it during the day in the rural areas?
Sorry, sir, I was not able to get the question, sir. Can you?
Do you have power cut in the rural areas in Rajasthan?
Yes,
Overall
sir.
power situation. The overall power situation.
Overall power
Rajasthan.
situation.
Yes, sir. Still, sir, even after having the connection to the electricity, there are various areas that are not receiving the electricity for the 24 hours. So there has been the power cuts are around 6 to 8 hours, sir, in my opinion, sir.
So what, according to you, is the solution? Is it renewable energy or the regular grid energy?
Sir, I believe that a mix of both can be approached. So, sir, first, the decentralized mechanism by employing the renewable energy can be harnessed. Secondly, at times when we are not able to produce renewable energy, for example, in monsoon or in winters. So
Even
that,
at night, I mean.
yes, sir.
Even at night, I mean, you
Yes,
can't.
sir. Thank you, sir. So that can, sir, be harnessed in order to ensure that there is a well thrust and well mixed between the both, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vivek. Can you take
Jayant,
over?
I have, in fact, what I am saying is I've got two major solar plants. The company in which I'm the managing director, we've got two solar plants in Rajasthan. Okay,
God.
now just to take on a few questions from what you've said. You said it's the second largest district,
Yes.
Bikaner. So which is the largest district and which is the smallest district of India? And what is their area?
Sir, the largest, sir, as far as, sir, as I can recall, sir, it is the Kutch district of Gujarat.
What's the area? Okay, which is
Sir,
the
I'm not very
smallest?
sure of
Which
it.
is the smallest?
Sir, I'm not sure of it, sir, but sir, I think, sir, can I take a guess?
Yeah, why not? I mean,
Sir, it's either Panji or, sir, it's Gangtok, sir. I'm not sure.
no, I think it's very close to where I live, Chennai.
Okay.
So,
Thank
I
you,
mean, where I live, Chennai is not, but it's
Yes.
Mahe.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
And the area is only 9 square kilometers.
Okay, sir.
So, what I'm saying is because the trigger off from the fact when you stress on the second largest, then you must know first, second, third, fourth, area wise, everything. That's how interviews flow.
Yes.
Okay, the Olympics are going on now.
Yes.
What is the motto of the Olympics? And can you tell me something about the logo of the Olympics? And who has designed it?
Sir, the logo of the Olympics have 5 rings in it.
No.
That highlights the
current Olympics. I'm not asking you about the Indian Olympic Association. Please understand.
Okay, sir.
That is that 5 continents and all those things. That's a
Yes.
old story. I'm saying Tokyo Olympics. Okay, which Olympics is this now? 1, 2, 3, 5, what?
Sir, I'm not.
No, the answer is not on the ceiling. It's either here or it's not there. I mean,
Sir, I'm not very sure.
okay, it's the 32nd Olympics.
Okay.
And what is the logo of this Olympic? And what is the motto? Anyway,
Sir,
study it up,
yes.
son.
Yes.
It's important that you
Yes,
know.
sir, I know about it, sir. It's, I think, sir, Miravake's, and it's, sir, it's the mascot. Okay,
I'm not asking for the mascot.
Okay,
I
sir,
said
I'll read about it.
I said the logo and the. It's important. Now you have
Yes.
taken anthropology as one
Yes.
of your subjects.
Yes.
What are the 4 major divisions of anthropology?
So the first one is the biological anthropology, or physical anthropology. The second one is the socio-cultural anthropology. The third one is linguistic anthropology, and the fourth one is archaeological anthropology.
Okay, normally people say archaeology first and then go down. Now in linguist anthropology, which are the 4 oldest languages of this world? And what are the timing? What are the eras?
Sir, I'll have to read about it, sir. I'm not very sure.
Okay, which is the oldest language? I mean, if you have any idea. And what timing? Is it historically, what do they say when did it start?
Sir, like they have deciphered, sir, as far as my limited understanding, they have deciphered the language of Mesopotamian civilization. That was it was the contemporary civilization of the Indus Valley civilization, and they have deciphered it. So that is the understanding that, sir, that I have, sir.
Sanskrit is the oldest.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
And it's roughly dated about 2500 to 2300 BC. After that, it's Greek. It's maybe 1000. What you're talking about, the Mesopotamian area, 1500 to 1400. What do you think? How old do you think is Tamil? Since I'm from Chennai.
Sir, as per, sir, the limited understanding that I have, sir, there was a Sangam
You should
culture.
not have, first of all, in an interview, you should not have limited understanding.
Yes.
You should have unlimited understanding, because we civil servants, they don't select civil servants on the basis of limited understanding. Anyone who's limited, then go back till you become unlimited.
Yes. Sir,
So,
I'm to read about it, sir. I'm not very
all
sure.
right. You mentioned you've taken part in a thing called Armageddon.
Yes, sir.
What is the inspiration? There was a famous movie by the name Armageddon.
Yes, sir. So
What is it all about, and who was the?
So the movie was this was a Hollywood movie, and in the movie, sir, there is an asteroid, sir, that is about to hit the Earth. So the main hero, sir, what they decide is they.
Who's that?
Sir, I'm not able to recall the name of him, sir. So, sir, they decide to destroy
He's
that
also the
asteroid.
hero in those famous police films. He's a police officer under this thing.
Sir, I looked into him, sir. I'm
You've
not
heard
able
of
to
Bruce
recall.
Willis?
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Bruce Willis. It's about a team of people who are sent by NASA
Yes.
to avoid the collision of an asteroid which is likely to come and hit Earth. That's the original Armageddon. That's the original Armageddon from where a lot of Armageddons have come. Now, your date of birth,
Yes.
is a very significant. Is 7/11. What else is 7/11 famous for?
Sir, it was the birth date of Sir Marie Curie, sir. He won the Nobel Prize in chemistry.
Was
for
it
her.
he or she?
Sir, she, sir.
Okay, well, you said he.
Okay, sir. Sorry, sir. I'll like to correct myself.
But
Sir, she.
okay, Marie Curie. I didn't say. My question is not that who are the other famous people born on 7/11. I said 7/11 is a famous brand.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, I've heard that it is a supermarket chain in USA, sir.
Okay.
Yes. So
It's
that
a very
is,
famous perfume.
okay, sir.
7/11 is a very famous perfume. And how does it get that name? Obviously, maybe you don't know, because since you don't know. Okay, I have been to that place. It's an address. It's an address. 7/11 is an address in Cone, which is normally known as spelled as Cologene, which is people call it in India Cologne. And that's
Yes.
how that famous 7/11 Cologne is there. Cologne is the name of the city.
Yes.
In Germany, they pronounce it that Kohn, Kohn. So it's a most famous cologne, and it's called 7/11.
Thank you, sir. for
So, and these are all data which I'm pulling out from your DAF.
Yes.
So I think that's all, just the 3 or 4 questions which I thought I'll just throw at you. Vijayta, over to you.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, how are you?
Yes. Hello, ma'am.
Yes. I would like to ask name some wildlife sanctuary from Rajasthan.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the first one is Gajner Wildlife Sanctuary. It is around 30 kilometers from Bikaner. Then, ma'am, the Tal Chapar Wildlife Sanctuary is also very famous. It is in Nagaur district. Ma'am, these two are I'm able to recall right now.
Any latest new developments in the wildlife sanctuary, especially from Rajasthan?
Ma'am, there was a new tiger reserve that was announced by the state government in the southeastern part of Rajasthan.
Can you name that tiger reserve?
Ma'am, I'll have to read about it. I'm not able to recall the name right now.
And how many tiger reserves now after adding this Rajasthan will be getting?
Ma'am, it will be 51, ma'am.
No. Sure.
Okay,
You
ma'am.
have to be sure. It's a 52nd.
Okay,
It's a overall India 52nd, and it's a 4th tiger reserves in Rajasthan.
okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So can you tell me that there is any difference between Make in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat? Since you are doing this manufacturing engineering, so can you say something about that? Is there any difference between Make in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat?
Ma'am, the objective of Make in India was to make our country a global manufacturing hub. In the Atmanirbhar Bharat, the aim is still the same. However, the approach is different in that we have various schemes like performance linked incentive scheme, in which we are nudging and providing incentives to various private organizations in order to ensure that our local manufacturing capabilities can be linked with the global value chains across the world. So, ma'am, the overall ideology remains the same, that we have to improve our contribution to GDP in manufacturing engineering, manufacturing industry. However, the motto remains the same.
Well, tell me how India can become a manufacturing hub like China. Is it possible?
Yes, ma'am, I believe that it is highly possible. We have all the capabilities and all the talent. We just need to work in unison and channelize our resources in a proper way. Firstly, ma'am, we'll have to improve our ease of doing business, especially with result to the compliance cost and the logistics cost that we have. Secondly, the recent labor reforms and the reforms in the agricultural sector are also a step in the right direction, in my opinion. Thirdly, ma'am, I believe that we'll also have to work on the skill set of the people as well, in order to ensure that there is a proper amount of skill that is provided to these industries.
So now these are government is doing regularly, improving the GST, improving all the easy of doing business. But then, what do you think? Where is the loopholes?
And there are also various structural reforms as well. So if any industry, they have to apply for their approvals, the number of approvals is quite high in our country. So this increases the overall compliance cost of the various industries. Secondly, the reforms that are needed with related to land reforms as well, and also the judicial pendencies. Around 2/3 of the judicial pendencies are related to the land cases only. So that also needs to be worked upon. Thirdly, ma'am, the kind of infrastructure that is needed for these industries as well, that is also one of the issues. And I believe that the government is doing very well with the recent schemes like Bharatmala and Sagarmala.
Okay. How would you use this manufacturing engineering in the administration?
Ma'am, manufacturing industry is all about, or engineering is all about, there are various processes that we follow to manufacture a project, right from the design to the implementation. The same is applicable for the administration as well. Each and every individual who is working in the administration needs to have a proper coordination that would be very applicable in that as well. Secondly, I had courses on lean manufacturing and the sustainability, so that would also be helpful in dealing the challenges like solid waste management, sanitation. Thirdly, the issues with the supply chain. Recently, the COVID-19 vaccination drive, it has it all dependent on the supply chain management. That also I've read in manufacturing industry. So these are, ma'am, some of the applications that can be also helpful in administration as well.
Okay. Since I'm seeing that you're a good tennis player, so why
Yes,
you have not become a tennis player? Why you have want to join the civil service? You could win the medal like in Olympics when you participate. You can bring glory to the nation.
Ma'am, it was during the 10th class, ma'am. So firstly, my parents advised me that there were also studies for me. And since Bikaner is a tier 2 city, there were not that much facilities that are available still. So tennis is a highly complex sport, ma'am, in my opinion. You need the correct amount of coaching, correct amount of diet. So these were the reasons, ma'am. And ma'am, still, ma'am, as a societal viewpoint, having a career in sports sometimes become quite difficult, ma'am. And it is a very difficult decision at that time as well. So that was the main reason, ma'am, why I didn't pursue it that much.
Okay, I'm sorry to come in, but what do you think are the facilities available to Mirabai Chanu as compared to your city? And she's just won a silver in weightlifting. One room, 100 square feet, sitting on a wooden platform, eating from an aluminum plate. Are you less than that?
No, sir, I was not certainly less than that.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Name some tribe from the central India.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, first would be Bhils, ma'am. They are present in very good quantity in Madhya Pradesh. Then there are Begas, Abu Jumarias, and these are all the tribes I can recall.
One last question. How would you apply the anthropology in the policy making of the country?
Ma'am, anthropology is the study of humans across time and space. And with every policy making, there is a need of a humanistic approach that should be that becomes very highly relevant in the COVID-19 times as well. So that would be first. Secondly, ma'am, there is a concept in anthropology of cultural relativism that ensures that we should be not be biased towards any culture, and we should be open to all the views. That is also for policy deliberation as well. Thirdly, ma'am, a sense of compassion and empathy has developed within me while studying about various tribes of our country, and that also becomes very important for the policy making. So these would be the application in policy making.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. I have two questions for you, Jayan.
Yes.
You are seems to have a great knowledge of people. You said, Marwadis were having a habit of risk taking.
Yes.
Tell me what is regarding the anthropology of Rajasthan. Tell me what are the manufacturing skills that each section of people have now.
Ma'am, there are a varied level of skills that the people of Rajasthan possesses. So, for example, in Bikaner, it is very famous for its traditional skills in the wool and the carpet making. That is very quite famous across the world as well. Secondly, ma'am, the quality of blue pottery, especially from the Jaipur, it can also be very well harnessed in order to ensure that we can increase our exports. Thirdly, ma'am, Jodhpur is famous for its jyoti making and the safa the turban that we usually wear in Rajasthan. So these, and ma'am, fourthly, the Bhil tribe of the southeastern Rajasthan, they are very good at making the arrows and various handicrafts with the wood. So these are some of the skills, ma'am, that I can recall.
Can you tell me about this National Infrastructure and Management Manufacturing Zone, NIMS, and why this NIMS is always in controversy and it is not being implemented properly, though we started very long back. Can you tell me about this NIMS? What are the challenges to it recently and what we should do?
Ma'am, the National Infrastructure Manufacturing Zones, these are the special designated zones. So recently, two zones have been designated by the government. The first one is in Odisha and the second one is in Andhra Pradesh, in order to ensure that the local manufacturing capability of our country improves significantly, in order to ensure that the national demand is also well been put up, but also we do very good in exports. Ma'am, some of the reasons that have been cited, especially the issues on the issues front, is the issue of implementation deficit that is there with respect to the implementation of these zones. Secondly, there has been a lack of private investments as well, because the sole reason or the philosophy that it depended on was the PPP model. So there is a lack of private investment as well. Thirdly, ma'am, the level of infrastructure, which is very essential not only for the supply chain but also for the exports as well. It has been the major issue. So when we'll have to work on these front in order to ensure that these NIMZ they perform very well.
One more question, last question. Can you tell me what is the social impact zone? Social impact assessment.
Ma'am, social impact assessment is a kind of evaluation or assessment that is often done when a developmental project is implemented in a particular area, and what are the social impacts that it would create on the people that are living there. Be it with the psychological pressure that they would face. For example, they would lose their natural habitation, and the social relations also would be very much impacted when these implementation projects are being done. So this is primarily being carried out to ensure that there is proper rehabilitation of these people as well, and whether to go with the developmental project or not.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. Jayant, the
Yes.
last question from the board is, What is legal metrology?
Sir, legal metrology is a job that certainly deals with the weights and measurements of various. So there are various standard weights and measurements. So my father's primary task is to ensure that there is proper calibration of these standard weights and measurements.
Why do they call it legal metrology? Why this prefix, legal?
Sir, it is due to the fact that there is a legal metrology act, and since metrology deals with weights and measurement, legal has term has been added to ensure that there is lawful use of these weights and measurement, and there is no, I would say, uh, no adulteration that has been done by various organizations and people.
Okay. Thank you, Jayant. Your interview part is over.
Thank you.
Now, I'll give you the feedback comments. Okay.
Yes.
To start with, Vivek sir, can you take on?
Sure. The thing is that all these boys are coming from the place where I married for two. My wife is from Rajasthan, so I have a very soft corner. But then the problem, other thing is, then I know a lot about, you know, Tinwadi, and I know about all the places where my solar installations are. So we didn't want to get deeper into that. Okay, I think Jayant, you've done well. But will you be going like that, or would you shave and go, or?
Sir, I'll shave and go, sir.
So why didn't you shave now? I mean, if you think we are less important, then I have no comments. I will pass you
sir.
on.
Sir, I had planned, sir. I planned.
No, there's nothing like I'll plan. As I said in the IAS, like the Wipro, and I happened to visit Wipro because Mr. Premji was my friend.
Yes, sir.
There's a motto which says there are no shades of gray. It's either black or white.
Yes.
So either you are in or you're out. There's nothing like I'll be standing in the doorway of Dholpur House.
Yes, sir.
So please understand the importance of these interviews, and please, that's the temperament that will carry you forward even when you go for the main interview.
Yes.
So that's number one. Number two, otherwise your personality wise, you're okay. Your glasses are large sized.
Yes.
You will be expected to wear a mask. So, and a face shield, and maybe ask that you can take off your face shield if you want to. So please sit in front of the mirror and wear a mask and talk to yourself in an air-conditioned room, which is what the atmosphere will be in Dholpur House, and see that your glasses don't get fogged.
Yes.
If you think you're getting fogged, then get into something thinner, you know, something thinner and sleeker, which means you don't start getting fogged. I think your personality-wise, you're good. You're confident. Your answers are cogent, but you still seem to be in a question-answer mode. I think that's what the chairman, sir, will also talk to you about. What the panel is seeking is, number one, is not seeking knowledge. I mean, it is seeking whether you have a conversational aspect. You can converse on certain issues. One very important thing, Jayant, is remember that every data on your DAF has the capacity to become a question. So I hope if you've done it, very good. If you've not, please prepare at least 100 to 200 questions on your DAF. Everything that legal meteorological officer, Armageddon. I've taken out these things from you. Anthropology is your subject. So I mean, you know, they are all questions based on your DAF, but taking you on to a certain conversational mode, whether you will be able to hold a conversation on those points in your DAF. Number two, every word of your answer has the capacity to spin off into another question. Now, if you would have not said it is the second largest district, I would not have asked you the questions about the largest or the smallest. So, I mean, this is just to tell you that, you know, how you say it's a large district or something, it's a very big district. But if you specifically say second, then you know, maybe a question, as I said, I asked you about the largest and the smallest. So these are spin-offs that will happen. You have given IFS as your fourth preference, so be prepared to answer questions on the fact that why you are so low. Consider IFS such a low preference on your career options, and why you would like to only serve in India. You have, as I said, studied from BITS Pilani, and I think it's again, it's a very prestigious institute. A lot of people have come in. I'm sure Chairman Sir will talk to you about the fact that alumni could be a question on how alumni could be done.
Yes.
Importantly, as I said, what you need to, again, please don't give wrong answers if you are not sure. And at many a point, you think you're saying with my limited knowledge, I don't think you have to be apologetic about it. You
Yes.
don't avoid that apologetic. A few places you have a tendency to use the word very long ers. Now these ers, I limited. Now they are kind of like indicators of uncertainty. They're not like, I'm not absolutely sure about what I need to say. So sit in front of the mirror, practice all your answers. You have a tremendous personality. You can definitely make it. Your knowledge base is very good. Your answers are very correct. But Olympics and things like that, you must know.
Yes.
COVID, we have not asked you many questions, but the fact is, from the feedback we've received on the very many questions that have happened, and actually people who have faced interview on 2nd, 3rd, 4th, etc. of August, invariably every panel is asking about COVID,
Okay, sir.
about vaccine strategy, and when do you think to be vaccinated? Is it a good, bad? All. So, I mean, you must talk like Dr. Matthew. You must talk like, the best virologist in this country when it comes to COVID. That's the kind of knowledge base you have to develop as far as COVID is concerned. Overall, I think you're very good. Sit a little more confidently. You have a bit of a slouch. Are you tall? I mean, I don't know.
Yes, sir. I'm 6 feet tall. Sir.
So that's the reason. So I said, then be bloody proud of that 6 feet, yaar. Why are you not proud of that?
Yes.
China तान के घुसो यार. राठौर नाम क्या रहा है? क्या नाम क्या है?
Rathod, Jain Singh Rathod.
तो फिर राठौड़ की तरह से रहो यार. तुम तो मतलब बिल्कुल ही राठौरों का नाम मुंह चुड़ा रहे हो. राठौरों की. राठौड़ की तरह से घुसो और जीत के निकलो यार.
Yes.
ठीक है? चलो. All the
Thank
best. I think you are doing well. Very good. God bless. Over to Sridhar, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Vivek. Yes, Jain.
Yes.
You've done exceedingly well. In addition to what Mr. Vivek has said, I agree with most of the points that he has mentioned. A couple of questions you answered exceedingly well, like the one on entrepreneurship or renewable energy, or on various other issues relating to your district and your state and all that. You're well up to all those things. Basically, there are two types of questions. One would be the factual questions on, say, or COVID or Olympics or things of that kind. And the other would be analytical, where they would like to probe your mind and get your response to that. The analytical part of those questions, I find you are well up to it. You have maybe you've rehearsed it, or maybe you're more adapted to answering questions which are creative in solutions. But the factual ones, you need to brush up a little more. You need to do a little more reading of newspapers regularly, watch the TV debates and interviews and all that, read magazines, and keep up to it in all these day-to-day current affairs. Overall, your approach is very good. You're positive, you're confident, your command of the language is very good, and everything is very pleasant and positive about you. A few things already mentioned, clean shaven and all that. I think that's a minor thing, but it's very important. Right at the beginning, if you make a good impression, that goes a long way. And things like Olympics and COVID and international relations also, kindly brush up on whatever is current happening between India and some of the other countries, say especially Pakistan or China or Afghanistan. That's the current hot topic. And I'm sure overall you have the right approach and the right attitude and frame of mind, and I'm sure you'll do very well. Okay, all the best, do well.
Thank you, sir.
Vijayata?
Yeah, overall, everything is fine. I would commend you. Very calm, composed. आप अच्छे से frame कर रहे हो, अच्छे से answer दे रहे हो. But little bit current affairs, if it is particularly from Rajasthan, and that too very important recently. Can even one more questions? When is the Tiger Reserve Day, or Tiger Day, like that? So that is also relevant. So यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा miss किया आपने. But other than that,
even on cheetah, the relocation of the cheetah, I think that also quite correct.
Because mostly, and related to tribe, I have not asked you about Andaman Nicobar tribes. I have not asked you Northeastern tribe. That is more relevant comparison between that. And what is the latest development, if anything happened related to tribe or COVID? Say tribal peoples को connect करके देखिए.
Yes.
All these things are very relevant questions. Other than that, best of luck, and I would say that you will get definitely a good marks, and keep it up. Thank you.
Yeah. Madhvi?
Yes, sir. You have said it also.
Right. Jayant, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everybody has observed, we find you as a potential material for selection. You have the physical and mental personality. Above average, I will put it like that.
Yes.
At the same time, some of the finer points. When is your interview?
So 23rd of August.
23rd of August, very soon. Another 10, 15 days. But even in these 15 days, you can do a lot of refinements.
Yes, sir.
You see, I noticed from the time we clocked it 16th minute to 22nd minute during the interview, you became a bit nervous because you were fielded with factual questions by Vivek sir.
Yes, sir.
Factual questions, you were a bit weak. Olympics, for example. If, to the whole world, Olympics is in front of everybody. You must know the current logo, current motto, everything.
Yes.
Don't go back to the Roman history.
Absolutely.
You see,
And
the
now, of course,
current
the
one
Neeraj,
is,
even Neeraj Chopra's distance. I mean, you must
Yes.
know.
Yes, sir.
87.56. You have to. You must know. I mean, they may ask you. They may not ask you. But you
Yeah,
must know.
correct.
That's not the
you
point.
must know the current and the future. Future means another 5 years. You need not go another 1,000 years. Okay, very important. I think the moment those factual questions you were not able to answer satisfactorily, you became a bit nervous. Whereas in the beginning, at the start, my God, you are like a bullet, full of energy. I want that energy to continue till the end, till the 32nd minutes. We interviewed you for about 32 minutes.
Yes, sir.
That time, I want that energy, but somehow it's subdued in the middle. I don't want that to happen. Okay, 1 or 2 questions you are not able to answer, fine.
Yes.
But the other questions with usual gusto, you should answer. Very important.
Yes.
Then analytical, as sir has observed, you're very good. That's nice. And there could be analytical questions. There could be situational questions. They'll make you a district magistrate and say, how are you going to deal with this problem?
Yes.
So, not a situation. Or there is a protocol issue when you are in the foreign service. How are you going to deal with it? You know, things like that. Be prepared for all those things.
Yes.
Confident. And as Vivek sir has put it, you have an advantage. Physically, you are 6 feet. I wish I was 6 feet. I'm only 6 inches
Sir,
short.
you are taller than 6 feet, sir. Height is not measured in feet and meters.
Yeah,
sir.
but make use of that. You know, you show that personality to them. Don't put a hunchback at this age.
उसको बोल देना मैंने कहा राठौर की तरह से जाओ यार.
Rathore, you are a
राठौर की
Rathore.
तरह से जाओ, राठौर की तरह से जीत के आओ यार, फतेह करके आओ.
Otherwise, and the question on your traveling, you answered very well. Normally, people talk like a tourist. Rahul and Spiti is a fantastic place, scenic, this, that, and all. When I asked about how do people sustain, that's very important.
Yes.
See, there you talk like a civil servant. A civil servant observes 360 degrees. A tourist observes only 180 degrees. He doesn't see at the back. You saw at the back, how do they sustain?
Yes.
Domestication of cattle, you know, things like that, which is very good. I was very impressed.
Very good. Yeah, very good. Yeah.
And we wish you all the best. And all these finer points, look into this, improve upon it. These successes with us. Nobody can stop you. Okay?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
All
the best,
do well.
Jayan.
Thank you, sir.
All the best, beta. God
Thank you.
bless. He's a good candidate. Very good candidate.
Very
Very good candidate.